Welcome to the Disney Underground, your experimental podcast of tomorrow. Be sure to strap on your Mickey ears as our hosts, Panda, Gene, Sammy, and Corinne, take you through all the happenings in the world of Disney and Universal. Are you ready for some fun, games, and an occasional guest or two? Then sit back, relax, and enjoy the Disney Underground.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Underground, your experimental podcast of tomorrow. Gene Fitzmagic, Panda, Corinne, Sammy D. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hello.
You guys might notice I got a different background today.
Gene is 5 feet away from me in my kitchen.
I'm not visiting. I'm moving down to Florida. First couple nights, I'm crashing at Panda's house, and so I'm sitting in the kitchen right now, maybe about 5 feet away, and I got to say,
it's funny because
good Yelp reviews. He's going to get good Yelp reviews.
I want 5 stars. I worked hard at
it.
Good
Airbnb.
Yes, for sure. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Exciting.
It's cold. It's hot. It's cold.
I know. It's here now. It's going to be 38 degrees in a little while.
I know. And it was literally 78 on Friday.
I know.
Yeah.
It's the mugginess that's getting me so far. It's been very muggy. But we moved my daughter into Flamingo Crossing today. So, I don't think she's watching just because she's got so much going on right now. So I'm sure she'll watch later on repeat. So Angelique, congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Thank you, Corey Cross. We have a special guest in the house today too. We're going to introduce him in one very special moment, but real quick, let me just say hello to the chat. Stephanie Keel, one of our mods, is in the house. Of course, Corinne's in the house. Brandon Rubio is in the house. Paul Engel, one of our mods, is in the house. Dave Garner in the house. Who do we got? Jackie Velton, Corey Cross, Connor Matsis is in the house. Angela Minta, hello.
Nice crowd.
Simba 2, one of our mods is here. Lily Johns is here. Let's see. Joey D is here. Lisa Following the Magic is here. Movie Mini Nick, what's up, my man? Go Jets. And if you're here, guys, you haven't said hello yet, say hello so we can shout you out. So do we want to introduce him already?
Yeah. I happen to know this gentleman. You want me to take it from here?
Take it from here. Yeah, you do justice.
I know this guy for a while, and he's a little bit larger than life, even though he's not large. There's just something about his personality. Mr. Victor Nawrocki, real estate agent, and also new sponsor to this whole Disney Underground. And Victor, you are now at your house.
Yep. With
fireworks from the Magic Kingdom showing in the back of your house.
Absolutely. That's why I bought this house. In fact, when I came to the builder, I said, "Do you have anything has a fireworks view?" Because I knew it was proximity. And they had one left. They had this lot, and bought my first custom home. So,
wow. Okay. Sometimes people say they have firework view, and you see at the top of the highest firework. No, this is a really good. Wow,
it is.
You can hear it.
You should see it when the water's very still, and I've got it on portrait style of the, for the camera, and I see the reflection perfect. It's like a mirror reflection on the water. Now there are a couple of communities that are even closer. I mean, I was looking at another community, but basically you were looking at the fireworks like this, and it was just a little too close. And then there's another community that's much more expensive. That sees it viewed over a lake, but there's a couple places around here, but most of the majority of them are going to be resale homes. Now,
I would be going crazy to sync the audio.
Oh yeah. Yes. I do it sometimes with a recording, of it. So let me see. Yeah, it should be. Yeah. Okay. There we go.
I love it. So Victor's got a sign there with all the miles to each Disney park. So it'll say Magic Kingdom 1 mile. I love that. That's very Wizard of Oz to me, that sign.
I know. I love it.
The scarecrow.
It was one of the first things I had made, but I didn't realize how the weather was going to affect it. It's really beaten up.
Oh,
but it's still, those signs get beaten up. But my biggest thing, I'm sure, that I love out here is these.
You got to send me the link to those lamps.
That's so cool.
Yes, I've got 5 of them in my house.
No, you should not have 5. I need 2 of those.
You get me a couple
Yeah,
sales, I'll
sure.
get you a couple lamps.
Okay, guys, we got to sell some houses here. Anyhow, the reason why we definitely wanted Victor, not only as a sponsor, but a lot of people who watch this not only plan vacations to Disney, but a lot of people think about moving to Florida, especially I think after they get home from Disney, they think, could you imagine going to Epcot, having dinner and coming home and not worry about all the rides that you didn't miss because you could see them next week.
Yeah, that's what it's like. Yeah.
I think also a lot of people want to move to, I don't know if you, I'm about 30, I'm in Claremont. I'm 30 minutes away from the Magic Kingdom. And I feel like it's not too touristy here because it's a little far. And to me, that's the perfect, well, without being on top of tourists. Victor, what should people look for?
You know, I say if you're going to live here full time, make sure you're not in a too touristy area. And you got to make sure that you're not I've heard of people not reading the HOA documents and realizing that their neighbors are short-term rentals next door. So you've got to have an agent who at least knows, and then, you know, if you're concerned knows which ones are not allowing short-term rental, because it's not allowed in Winter Garden, Windermere, Dr. Phillips, but it is allowed in Kissimmee and Davenport. So if you're not familiar with the area, that's one big step that you got to make sure. And honestly, if it has a pool and all the houses have a pool, it's probably a short-term rental area. But, you know, it's just one thing to look out for. This area, I don't mind having tourists around me. I love living in an area where people come to visit and gawk at the area. And I've always lived in places like that. But it's certainly not something that you want as your neighbor.
Especially if you have children, I would be worried that, you know, the people next door are different all the time. And I'm not saying this is for everyone, but if it's a short-term rental, are they going to care about it as much as if it's your property that you own? I totally understand that.
Well, that's another point, is that one of the builders, and I've only learned this in the last several years, that there is a builder who doesn't care who they sell to. So they will sell to 20 investor who buys 20 homes and rents them out until they can sell them at a higher price. Well, the people now the people you have next door are transient. They don't cut their lawn, they don't paint their house, and they don't do anything until the HOA goes to the actual owner and makes a claim. And I find that to be, you know, when you're buying new construction, you have to ask them how many at a time can you sell to an investor? You know, so that has happened to some people I've heard about too. So,
and HOAs get a lot of bad rap, but I tell you, I look at the difference between an HOA community and a non, and I see the big difference. You know, you could have Sanford and Sons living next door to you with the trucks and the tires, and you know. Yeah,
but I was just in a community yesterday that does no HOA, and it was and the houses were relatively fair priced, and it was immaculate.
Because there's one woman like Corinne who's older. She's older that lives there, and she's gonna kill everybody if they don't keep everything.
Yeah.
There's a Swedish woman there with a paddle.
Yeah, they better behave.
Yeah, but so you never know. I mean, if you look at a community and you got to see, do you think if it doesn't look like it's immaculate, you just got to consider that it's either going to go downhill. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I've seen some communities go downhill, and it takes a while for them to be lifted up. But one of the great areas that I find that people who are thinking of moving to this area don't know it. So what they know is International Drive. Now, I wouldn't want to live on International Drive. I don't even like to eat on International Drive. It's just
you have to leave for breakfast to get there for dinner.
Exactly. But these areas, the areas that I live in and the areas that I spend most of my time aren't like that. They're Windermere, for example. Windermere to me is a very bedroom community. You know, it's very family oriented type of community. Where I live in Horizon West, that is the nearest neighbor to Disney World. you drive out of Disney World on Western Way and you're in Horizon West.
Right.
And these are all new construction houses for the most part that are here. And and you're at Disney in 10, 15 minutes. So that's what I love. Yes.
Just to tell our chat room, this is a little different. Usually Gene's yelling hello to everybody. We're keeping Victor till 8:30 before we do the news and everything. So if you guys have questions about moving to Florida, please put them in the chat and we'll try to get to them as we go through. Gene, do you have any questions, or Corinne or Sammy, for Victor at all that you could think of?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Gene. I want to know, where do you think, if you're thinking about, I want to be close to the theme parks, but I don't want to be in too much of a touristy area, where should people look for, right? What's like your favorite area of Orlando?
Well,
if you got to pick.
I already mentioned Horizon West, but I really love the potential of Claremont, because Claremont, right now, for me to drive to Claremont, or for anybody to drive to Claremont from Disney World, it does take 30 minutes. And you have to go down to the 192, up to 27, and it's not a short drive, but there's connection roads that are going to connect Disney or Horizon West to Claremont. And there's actually 3 roads. One is already opened, and that area is burgeoning. There is going to be potential for me to sell in there for the next 10 years.
An Olympic wellness thing?
Oh, isn't that what I hear about that is amazing. It's going to have hotels, restaurants, shopping plazas, and training centers for the Olympics. Unbelievable.
That's cool.
I have opted out of the training for the Olympics because I just don't. I feel like I feel like I shouldn't. I let them compete rather than me win everything.
I was going to do the pole vault, but I didn't want to take away. I didn't want to take away.
Both of us, we have to opt out.
It's fair. You got to make it fair.
Yeah, I just took Schofield Road home from Disney, and I was shocked at the time. I said it was 6 miles for something that took me 15 minutes instead of. It used to take me half hour. It took me 15 minutes. So
I know the connection roads. The connection road. So think about this. If you know Coronado Springs, right there is Western Way. Western Way cuts right through Horizon West, and then it joins Fleming Way. Terrible name, but it connects to. It will connect in 2026 to another road, and there's 1,000 homes right there. So it's like 12 minutes. There's an over 55 community that's right there. In fact, you already passed an over 55 on your way there. So there's there's going to be lots of opportunities for living in this area. This area, I'm always surprised how long it took for this area to develop. Because
it took a long time, yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, I don't understand the history of it too well, or who. They say Disney used to own it, but you can't really tell because they use all these different names. But there's right near me, there's about 7 well-known builders building in this area.
Wow.
So there's
Victor,
a lot of opportunity.
Paul Wingard is asking, what type of houses are typical? Are they townhouses, single stick built homes, modular? He's just, what's typical?
Block construction. On the first floor is typical, but there is a builder that's doing frame construction, but they put the cement. It's a long story, but they put the cement on the outside. Long story. So there's block construction. You do find a lot of townhouses, not as many condos as you'd think. There's not that many condos that are being built. I haven't seen many that are being built around here, but the townhouses and the single family homes. If someone is looking for a condo, I kind of introduce them to townhomes because it's the same sort of ownership, but you have you have a different, the ownership is the same as a single family home, but you have the benefits of the more lock and leave, attributes.
Gotcha.
Where you can just leave the house for, a couple of months because they're going to take care of the lawn. They're going to take care of the painting and anything like that. So I love townhouses. Then we have townhouses and single family. There's one builder that builds block construction on both levels, second floor as well. There's only one that does that. And there's a new builder that's coming out that is, most homes are rated to 125 mile an hour winds. This builder is going to build to 175 mile an hour winds.
Ooh.
So they build mainly down by Miami area, Broward County. And they have one here, and they're going to have a community in Claremont as well.
Wow.
So the benefit of that is we don't get that kind of winds here, but the benefit, I hope we don't. The benefit of that is that your insurance rates are going to be a third of what they are for normal people.
I think Cinderella Castle was built to withstand 120, by the way. But for Central Florida, by the time it gets here, we lose a good 30, 40 mile per hour, thank God, even if it hits us direct.
It's not fun. It's not fun. Yeah. I was through the one in 2014 or something, I think it was. I don't know. That was not fun sitting at home under the bed.
Sammy, you're in Miami, right? Or close to Miami?
Yeah, I'm in Miami, and when you guys talk about 30-minute traffic, I almost chuckle because just to get 5 miles, it's an hour. Like, for some reason, Miami-Dade has gotten flooded. Like, it used to be back in the day where Homestead and closer to the Keys was like easy breezy. Nobody lived there. And now it's like we're so overcrowded. Like, just to get to one area, it takes us like an hour. It's so crazy. So for someone like me who's used to the traffic, would you say it would be completely different? Like what would, like, for somebody who would love to live at Disney, what would you say would be something I would have to get used to besides the traffic?
Well, we have a lot of conservation area here.
Okay.
So, like, for example, I sold a house in one community, and they look over lakes and ponds, and I don't think you're going to get that in Miami for an affordable price. I have a pond view right here, so we get more open space here. We don't have the traffic that Miami does. So, we just, there are certain areas, but if you stay away from them, like, I never get on the 4. So when I do, I just know, okay, I may hit little traffic, but what people think of traffic here, I'm like going, no, that's not traffic. I lived in Los Angeles. I lived in Los Angeles, and 6 years out of my 14 years, I was in traffic.
It's like I drive everywhere.
That's another thing.
For 1 year, it was awful.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Los Angeles was, for 14 years, was pretty bad.
I got a question, but first I got to say, your frames are fantastic. I love your frames. Right, they are fantastic. Right. So, but yeah, for someone that's starting the process of now moving to Orlando, how do I get started? What's one of the first things I need to do to get the process rolling?
The first thing that you need to do is know your budget. You can't. I think it's so disappointing for people when they start even looking online, and you're going, oh wow, I think I can afford 500,000, and you can't. That is so disappointing. So you got to really get some professional advice from a lender. If you're seriously looking. I look all the time. I look at homes in Martha's Vineyard all the time, but I know I'm not buying there. So what I would suggest is get an idea of your budget before you start looking, because honestly, you don't want to disappoint yourself later on. So I would just do that, and it's a simple thing to do. Now,
do most people come pre-approved, Victor? Like, they come to you with a pre-approval?
No.
Okay. I wish they did.
But I wish they did, because but when they, that's the thing. When they say to me, I don't want to get a pre-approval until I find the house that I want. I go, you're more often than not, they get very disappointed. So I will look for them online and do stuff like that, but I will not go. I always tell people I'm not going out with you in my car until
It's like at the restaurant. I want to taste the food before I order it.
Well, yeah, imagine going to a restaurant, sitting down, looking at the menu, asking a million questions, and then going, "Oh my gosh, I forgot my credit card."
Yeah.
People have, so you really have to be serious to, if they won't get a lender, I find out later on they're not really serious. So,
Gene, if I missed any questions in the chat, I don't know if you saw any or maybe Pat. Okay, good.
I'm gonna go. I'll go back and look if we missed any.
Okay. We all hear about Claremont and Windermere, but there's other towns like Winter Garden that a lot of people don't realize is less expensive, but really nice, correct?
Well, I always say Dr. Phillips, Windermere is 10% less than Dr. Phillips. Winter Garden is 10% less than Windermere, but it's still the higher priced of the area. There are some great areas like Haines City, Davenport, sections of Kissimmee that I really like.
And Mineola, right north of Claremont, right?
I love Mineola. It is probably 30, 40 minutes to Disney. They have a lot of new construction right there. And I'll tell you, you kind of get pretty good deals.
Yeah.
With
that extra 10 minutes takes another 10% off or more?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, you get a brand new home. Yeah. There's some real benefits to getting a brand new home.
Gene, I should have showed you Mineola. It's just north of 5 miles north of where I am.
Yeah, it's just down 27, right?
Yeah.
Yep. I know the area.
What's really funny though is you go on 27, you go through Mineola, but then you hit Claremont again. It's kind of like Mineola's a donut hole inside Claremont. It's weird.
Yeah, I love Mineola. I think that is a really good burgeoning area. That let's see, as I mentioned, Claremont has so much development to it that So,
what's the hottest area right now? Like, what are you getting the most calls on? What town?
Winter Garden. I think Winter Garden is really, it's funny. I always read up online about the area and everything, and they used to call Winter Garden winter garbage.
Really?
Yeah, that was like, I would say 20, 30 years ago. And the reason being that there was all these, the only people that lived here were living in little shacks. Well, now, I mean, this is ideal, the most beautiful area I've lived in. And I've lived in some decent area. It's the downtown Plant Street, which is kind of far from me. It's still 20 minutes for me to get there. But they have downtown Plant Street, which I was there on Saturday, and they have a farmer's market. And, they've got all these eclectic shops, restaurants. It's a great walking area. But 20 years ago, there wasn't a business that was alive in there. But they totally redid the area, and they're expanding it a lot. So it's a beautiful area up there.
I think that proves that a lot of people, you're not just buying the house, you're buying the town, the neighborhood, the experience.
Exactly.
Ambiance.
You're buying.
Winter Garden is nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you can change about a house, but you can't change where it is.
Yeah.
And you buy into an area and you drive through and you're like, I don't know if these people are going to take good care of the house. You don't buy in that area. If you see I feel bad for this one kid that I told him, I don't know if this is a good community for you to buy in, because there was a toilet in the front of the neighbor's house.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, that could be good for him. Maybe he has irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah. I said, I felt bad because he really liked the house. I said, just take a real good look at these neighbors
around,
and he did end up buying a different house. And it was a very good deal for him. Very good deal. I mean, it's worth 3 times what he paid for it now. So
Wow.
was good.
We do have a question from Jolene Wingard. Any insight on cost of living where we are? I'm sorry, where we're in Maryland, where the cost of living is really high for a frame of reference.
Well, what are we referring to? Are we referring to property taxes? If property taxes, you can homestead here.
Okay.
People are usually very happy with their property taxes that they pay here if they're coming from an urban area. If they're coming from, the center of Utah, probably they're not going to pay that much taxes.
Mm-hmm.
But generally, the taxes, people are our insurance rates have gone up a lot. But the state council is like, they're working on it. They're limiting how much the lawyers can get when they file against an insurance company and stuff like that. So that may change. So, but I feel, coming from a very urban area, people from the north, people from New York are thrilled with the prices that they pay here.
Yeah,
They're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I told one guy one customer, we asked, what do you think the taxes will be here? And the salesperson that was representing the new construction told them, and he goes, now, is that per quarter or per month? And he goes, no, that's per year. And he's like, I mean, the look on his face was like, I'm taking that one and that one.
Yeah, my father, Victor, has a modest home in Long Island. I think he pays $13,000 a year. My house is a lot nicer, and I think it's $2,400 a year. So
you are homesteaded, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Good. Well, you bought at the right time. My taxes are $6,000 on my house. And,
it matters it's based on the purchase price, right?
Purchase price. I know.
Okay.
But one thing that I've heard, and I don't give tax advice, at least this kind, I would say, is that if you buy a house and then you homestead and then you spend $1 million on it, you're still on the original price for your taxes, which is a nice little benefit too.
That's nice.
But I
There's
wish
no
I'd
state tax, at least.
True. You're right. No state taxes.
That's a big difference.
That is,
Yeah.
I mean, I paid state taxes in Rhode Island, and that was $4,000 a year. We have no state taxes because people complain about the tourists, and I'm like, come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're paying for all this stuff for me.
100%.
Yeah.
We got another question from Corey Cross. What are some good places to check out between Orlando and the Space Coast?
Orlando and the Space Coast. It really does depend on your finances, but I would go with St. Cloud.
Okay.
St. Cloud is very much like this was here. It was very completely rural. There's also Lake Nona. That's where I would go. And most of my customers who say they work at the Space Coast and want to live somewhere, it's I think maybe a 45-minute drive. There's also an area just north of the airport, Innovation Way area, which has some great opportunities for
There
homes. Yeah,
you go.
so there's definitely, but if you really want to know, give me a call. But that's the thing. You got to know, I can't always answer questions about what you should buy if I don't know what your budget is, and you don't know either.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead.
I got one last question for him before we let him go, but if anybody else has it, go first. Sammy or Jean or Corinne.
No, go ahead.
You go ahead.
Mine is, if somebody wants to come down here and go with you to look at houses, they've been pre-approved, they know their budget, 3 days, 4 days, what should they commit to you to go around and look?
That's a great question. Because one of the things I find is so funny is when people tell me, oh, we're coming into town, we're going to Disney, and we want to look for houses. And I go, great, you're coming in on Monday. Yes. Okay. Well, Monday, let's go to, and they go, no, we've got appointments. We're going to go looking at houses on Friday. I go, you're not buying anything. And I would use a different word for anything. So I always tell people, I always could tell you're not buying if Mickey Mouse is your priority. That said, I would say at least 2 days. If they're looking for an over 55 community, I'm done in 2 days. Okay. And that gives us extra time. I had a customer that I sold in a day and a half. So it depends. And I have customers that have come for 4 days and they haven't found what they like because their priorities have to be adjusted. But yeah, I would say you have to give it 2 days and you have to make it your first 2 days, because I have to, I always find this happens. So they'll buy and then they'll leave. And then I'm like, it's going to take you 2 days to get home. I need to reach you. So, yeah.
And if Mickey is your priority and you want to be there all the time, you got to commit to looking for the house first.
You know what? You're going to live here. You can get Mickey anytime you want.
Exactly.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Victor, I cannot thank you enough. We will have you back, especially when I feel out the people. If they have more questions, we will have you back to do this over again with different questions. Celebratingflorida.com. Go ahead, Gene. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, if anybody has questions that if they're watching on repeat, or if they didn't put it in there today, put it in the chat, or I'm sorry, put it in the comments, and we'll get them over to Victor as well.
Victor will probably go to YouTube and go through the comments and respond.
I will. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
visits and Celebrating Florida, they can go on and just tell you they have interest and you contact them from
Celebratingflorida.com. You can contact me, and if you just want to stay around and look at stuff, all my social media, I do live streams almost every Sunday from some houses to give an idea of the area and stuff. So join my YouTube page. It's a great way to.
That's awesome. Is it celebratingflorida.com? You can get to the YouTube page right from there?
Celebratingflorida.com. You'll find the YouTube. If you go to vicvid.com, VICVID, that just like yours, it brings you right to my YouTube channel.
I love it. He realized like bigfatpanda.com connects to the YouTube. Vicvid.com connects to his YouTube. That's great.
I love communicating through YouTube.
So the last thing I have to tell you is I didn't expect to want so many things that you have. The sign outside, the Mickey lights, and that room. I am now going to put clouds in my collectible room. The Toy Story room is great.
This was one of the first things I did. Look at that.
Does lots of smell like strawberries?
Yes, it does. No. It does. Yes. Oh my God, you got to get right over here. It smells
in
like
my mind, he does. Victor, thank you.
I also one other thing I also want to say is stay tuned next week because we're going to debut Victor's commercial next week. And if you want to laugh and get some good information, it's one of the funniest commercials I've ever seen. So make sure you tune in next week to see it.
It really is. Victor, we appreciate you very much, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Victor.
It was great. It was fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I think we're good.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Thompson, owner of MC Travel Company, formerly Mouse Class Travel. What started with a dream of building magical vacations for everyone at Disney World has now turned into creating magical vacations worldwide. We're 75% repeat and referral. That's because when clients first came to us, they came to us for our expert planning inside theme parks at Walt Disney World and Disneyland, as well as Universal. But now we have diversified and are now selling vacations worldwide. The reason why you would want to book with me is because no matter which vacation you book, you get the same group of hardworking agents all working on your vacation. There is not one single agent at my agency that you work with. When you book with us, you become our family. That means that the entire team at MC Travel Company works for you. We each specialize in a portion of your vacation and then bring it all together in the end for you to enjoy. So for your next vacation, consider MC Travel Company. And thank you, Panda, for allowing us to sponsor this channel. Have a magical day.
I always feel like saying hi, Lisa.
Yeah. And we love MC Travel. So guys, make sure you go check them out. They do a great job. 100% on all dining reservations, right? That's what we always say.
Yeah, I always say, what is it that I say that 100%
0% failure.
0% failure. Not 100% positive, 0% failure.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyhow, with Victor, it's great. I'm glad Victor's sponsoring us, and I'm glad that what an entertaining guy, and I want to buy everything his house has.
And it's nice to have good quality sponsors as part of the show. People that we feel comfortable bringing to our base. So I'm really blessed to have him.
he will tell you if it's bad because he wants you to talk about word of mouth. He's in it for the long haul. He doesn't want to just sell your house and then run away. He's good. All right. So what do we? What is our news?
Well, we got some news. We don't have a crazy amount, but we got some stuff. The Tale of Moana stage show is coming to the Disney Treasure cruise ships. Are you guys excited about this?
Very.
It's a new stage show that will be coming out on the Disney Treasure cruise ship
And the
in
Haunted
December.
Mansion bar.
And well, of course, they have the Haunted Mansion bar, we're excited for. So there's a couple of songs that are on this: Warrior Face, Disney, The Tale of Moana, You're Welcome, We Know the Way, and How Far I'll Go are all confirmed for the stage show. As long as they don't have Shiny on there, I'm good.
I don't think
Shiny.
Shiny.
They should do Shiny.
I mean, too.
Don't be
But-
a hater. Shiny's awesome.
Are you guys excited about this? Like, does this make you want to go on the treasure more than you did before?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because a lot of times they rehash the same
'cause it's
shows.
music from Moana, it's great.
I'm just Christine Fox. Hello, how you doing? I know everybody. I think I'm in the minority on the Shiny thing, man. I think everybody loves Shiny but me.
I think anything that anybody likes, you hate on it. Sure.
We need to make him watch Shiny
Like
and make him
beans.
eat beans.
Yes.
Obviously, we should make him eat beans while
Don't
watching
block
Shiny.
anyone.
Why in the Country Bear Jamboree theater?
Yes.
So
Oh yes.
that would
Oh, well, you have to go before.
we'll
they
go
close.
before they close.
We might go Thursday.
Thursday, yeah. So maybe we'll do that Thursday. My wife is still in town, so I think that might
Try
be
to
good. And I think it's a good to go day too. So we don't need a reservation. So exciting stuff.
Confuses me.
Rob, just a Disney MUK says, "Don't diss Tamatoa." I love the character. No, wait, don't get me wrong. Tamatoa is one of my favorite characters. I love the character. I love Jermaine Clement that plays the role. Just don't like the song.
All right.
But I love Tamatoa. Come on, Sam.
So, all right. So what am I going with here?
Let's see.
Oh, the first new characters installed on Tiana's Bayou Adventure at Magic Kingdom. I think we should use this term loosely. The first new characters. Come on. Somebody looked through a hole, and which I love. I would do it if the hole is available. And it's frogs. We got frogs that aren't painted yet, but still, I hear there's going to be a lot of audio animatronics.
I heard there's going to be some new stuff too that we haven't even seen yet. So.
Corinne, you don't know how many, do you?
No, I have no idea. I don't think they've said, but I mean, like they need to have a lot. I don't want to see any screens.
Yeah, I listen. If they can do
Agreed.
screens, I
No
disagree.
screens.
If they can mesh a screen to go with the animatronics and just make the layered effect, I'm all for it. When you rely on a screen, I don't like it. But there
That's
are some.
that's an addition. I don't
Yes.
want a replacement.
Yeah, they're not doing that because I heard a lot of animatronics are going to be in there, and it's a long ride. They have room.
So
I'm excited. I want to see what it's gonna. I just don't want to see too many spoilers because I want to be surprised. I don't want to see a bunch of different like puzzle pieces. Like I just want to go in there and just be like surprised and like be amazed. I know they're gonna do a great job.
I do think I saw one animatronic, the Lewis, the alligator, and it looked fantastic. I mean, he was doing the horn and he was moving like
The
Ursula
music
from
is
the
so
Mermaid.
good and
and that's a good animatronic they got too right now. So
Yeah. So imagine that
I'm
type
excited
of-
for it. I'm excited for it.
It's awesome. So annual pass holder floating riding registration opens next week for Universal Mardi Gras, which this is kind of like on my bucket list. I would love to like
Mine too.
experience this. I've never been to Universal during Mardi Gras.
Oh,
But Sam
they got some
can't-
good food.
You can't like hurt people with anger and throw it at them hard.
I've been, but I want to go on the float.
Me
I do too. I've never done
I
that.
want to throw beads from the float.
I
I've
just
had
don't
a
know if I
bunch
want
of friends
Joey
that have done
throwing beads. I feel like
Well, he's
Joey
got-
would pick people.
His arms are like 24-inch pythons. He would knock people out with those beads. That'd be
what I'm
dangerous.
saying. Like, I don't think he would do it on purpose. I just think
Like a
like, he would
game
throw
fight to
them.
fit them over people's heads, you know? Like
I would be in the back.
Gene, you would
yelling,
do it?
I would definitely do it. I would love to do that, man.
You know that the women really aren't doing this for you to throw the beads. You know that.
Oh, then I'm out.
That's what I feel.
Then
it's just a guy. It's just a guy's do it.
I'm out. We'll have to go to New Orleans, guys. That's what that means. So we'll go to New Orleans. We'll have a show. We'll have a family trip. We'll go to New Orleans for an episode.
just for that. I'm gonna
Well,
bring
not just
just for
for that, but you know.
I am surprised Universal does this Because there's got to be 2 or 3 Karens at the end of the night that got hit in the eyeball with the beads.
I am, that's a good point. Goofy Guy says he's with me. You're invited, Goofy Guy. You're invited. Yeah, you got to figure it's got to be somebody even what if somebody's not looking and it hits them? And even naturally.
Parents go to Disney. They don't go to Universal.
This is true.
Yes, Stephanie, mods can come too. Stephanie's is down for the trip.
Stephanie, that'd be fun. Let's do it. That'd be fun.
I say we do it. Yeah, listen.
I want to go on the Gator.
I know a bunch of people that have done it. And yeah, it's one of the things I would love to be able to do it. In fact, a friend of ours, I think we all know her actually, who just did it last year.
Morgan.
Oh, Morgan did it.
Morgan's doing it this year.
Oh, is she? And Emil. Emil.
Emil, yeah.
She's done that a couple of times. She told me it was a great experience. So we got I would love to be able to do it.
I would want to pick the float though. If it's like a boring float, I'd be like, no, you got to get me on. I want to be on the
Can you pick the float?
Yeah.
Can you pick the float?
Can you? I don't know.
I probably not. I got to figure that there's so many people that want to do it. They kind of just place you.
So I think that's just.
I would get to the coordinator before and be like, psst.
Here's a 20. Do you think we fold it up, shake his hand?
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. And we have to do it.
Definitely.
We're all
I think it's
together.
and the show, everyone in chat, you're invited to come with us when we do the New Orleans one.
I will throw the beads at you.
Yes.
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 That would be perfect.
Awesome.
We have another news story that's at Epcot. Festival of the Arts just started on Friday, as I think everybody knows. And they have a new Spaceship Earth show. I don't know if it's completely brand new or if it debuted last year. I did not see it on Friday when I was there, unfortunately, but it's all Figment theme. So, and we love, obviously Festival of the Arts is all about Figment. So what else could they do except Figment? You're going to have the one little spark song, all that good stuff. And I honestly love the Spaceship Earth light show more than the fireworks. So,
yes.
Yeah, me too. I love it. And I believe this is the second. I think they did do it last year.
Yeah, I think so too. But it's always like, if you have not seen it, definitely go. It's definitely worth it. I think it's like, when we were there, Panda, was every 15 minutes? They
said every 15 minutes, but it wasn't. It was more like every 11 or 12 minutes.
Wow.
Which is good. It's just, if you're waiting with your camera, you're like,
Yeah. But as soon as the sun goes down, they start doing it all until when they close. So definitely don't miss it.
That's pretty cool.
Hey, Mr. Drew is in the house. Hello, Mr. Drew. So, all right. Also coming out is Vineyard Vines clothing store is going to be coming to Disney Springs very soon. They say that it's rumored to be. It's not definite yet, but it's rumored to be where the Alex and Ani storefront was that closed, I believe. I did it
just
early
recently.
Yeah, just recently. Which is located in the town center. So that it's not.
Yeah,
it's not definitely going to go there. Like, it's not been confirmed yet, but it's rumored to be that's where it would go. Now, obviously, you can get Vineyard Vine in a lot of other places. I think we talked about it before the show. What is it? I think Yacht and Beach Club. And Corinne, you said where else did you see you can get Vineyard Vine too?
Yeah, resort wear.
I don't even know of this brand. I thought they were opening up a winery.
No, it's got it's the little whale on it.
Yeah, I've seen the whale.
Yeah. It's kind of like Lily Pulitzer.
Yeah, it's like Abercrombie and Fitch kind of stuff,
Listen, they have a whale on their logo. They better sell big sizes, or I'm going to be upset.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think everything's. What's that?
No, sorry, I just think it's weird how many stores keep going and coming at Disney Springs. It's a lot.
I know it is.
Yeah,
guys,
their rent must be crazy.
It's hard to keep
and
up.
I think unfortunately they're struggling. If you're not a Disney, branded store, you have Disney merchandise. I mean, those stores are empty. I just walked by the new Rothy, I think how you pronounce.
I'm not sure. What is it?
It's
Rothy?
like a shoe store that is now in where they have this roof and stuff. Rothy, Rothy or something, I think it is. And there was nobody in there.
Sure.
They have all these like really expensive shoes.
There is a rumor.
Nobody.
I'm sorry. That a JSA Creations shop is also opening in Disney Springs. I'm sorry, I was just segueing.
That rent
I would love that.
Very expensive.
Gene, I was segueing into her commercial.
Good job. Let's go. Let's check out JSA Creations commercial.
Rumored.
Yeah, I love
Honestly,
myself. Yeah, I love their ears, man.
They really are great. I mean, I'm not just saying that. I know I'm biased, but they're awesome.
What are you
Joey
wearing?
does a
today,
good job.
Sammy?
What?
What is she wearing today? It's a little
Oh,
fuzzy.
Yeah, Ben.
Closer so we can see.
Nothing can stop us now.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, man. So cute.
Love it. Candy Mom says, grab your ears. She loves hers. Simba 2 says, such a good ad, Sammy D and Joey D. Great job on the ad. And Tank does a lot. Says Disney Springs is a must every trip. I agree.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Angela Minta says, I hear JSA Creations has awesome ears. You heard correctly. Jolene Wingard says, I'm so excited. I just got a JSA Creations Scar ears for Christmas. Joey D says, thank you. He's humbled, but he's not. He knew that everybody loves these ears. He knew. I love Joey. That's my brother, man. I love Joey. Joey does a great job with the designs on these ears. Yeah, he doesn't. He's got some other stuff cooking too, right, Sammy?
He does, but we can't give him too much credit because then he walks around the house, thinking he's the bomb.com.
I'm gonna put it out there right now, Joey. You are the bomb.com, so you can walk around like that.
Oh,
it's official. It's official. Stephanie Keel loves her JSA ears. Yeah, I've never heard anybody have anything negative to say. Everybody loves the ears. I don't even know how many pairs. We have a ton of pairs too. Which my daughter now is like, she's kind of inherited them for the time she's in Florida, so she can wear them in the parks since she's down here now too. So Goofy Guy says, nice commercial. Yeah, they did a great job on that. Sammy says, thank you all so much. You could say it verbally. We want to hear
you were talking, so I didn't want to interrupt. But yes, I thank you guys for the comments. I appreciate everything. Like I said, Joey and I, we work very, very hard, and we both work crazy hours, and we're busy all the time with everything. So this is something that we do together, and it's something that we just enjoy doing together, like as a team. It's the one thing that we can agree on. We haven't agreed on a baby name, but we can agree.
Still don't have a name.
We have a baby no name, and from what I hear, the rumors are this baby's coming early. So,
so the name Ben is out for the baby.
Yeah, it's out.
All right.
I mean, I still call him Ben, but we're
not going to go with like Aloysius or anything, right?
I got to be honest, that's a great name.
Stop.
Fantastic. Well, Donnie Marie says, if I'm moving down, there's soft freezing bagels now. I actually brought about like a dozen and a half bagels.
I think it seemed like at least 2 dozen. I thought.
So,
we froze most of them.
So yeah, I brought a bunch down for Panda for letting me be his house guest. Stephanie Kill says no Benjamin ?
I'm sorry. I tried, Stephanie. I really did. He said no Benjamin. Also, he didn't like the nickname I was going to give Benjamin. I wanted to call him Benito, but to give it like a Spanish. The problem is that's Bad Bunny's real name, and he was like, "Yeah, we're not naming our kid after Bad Bunny."
Bad Bunny.
He's like, "Good move, but I caught you, and you're not going to. We're not doing Bad Bunny." I tried.
Hey, Jeff Haslam, he enjoys bagel. I'll give you a New York bagel, Jeff. It's in my freezer.
There you go.
Moving on, not to leave the baby alone, because I could talk about her baby for a very long time. The Pluto meet and greet returns to Dinoland USA at Animal Kingdom. Now, I have to tell you, he's not dressed too well here, but I love when they dress as dinosaurs. I don't know why.
That's Chip and Dale.
Yeah, and that's always so there, right?
Yeah. So
why is Pluto not really? He's got a thing around his neck. He looks plain.
Yeah, he's not really ever wearing anything. I guess
that's a good point. He never is.
Don't like dressing
up. But they could.
Yeah, never. He never has like an outfit.
He needs to be a dinosaur too. It's adorable.
Yeah.
He could be like a T-Rex. That would be so cute.
Yes.
They could put on a hot dog bun around him, like a coat, and he could be a hot dog.
I agree.
Sammy, you like that?
So moving on.
Yeah, he always gets the short end of the stick.
She said moving on.
Moving on.
I thought that was pretty good.
Percy Jackson. Have you guys seen the show? Was it originally a movie? Because I remember
it was a movie originally.
Okay, so I was confused when I first saw the article. I was like, I thought there was a movie, but I know that recently it's a show on Disney Plus. I haven't seen it. Have you guys seen it?
I seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't got. I was waiting to get to where I moved down here where I could actually like start binge watching stuff again. I plan on binge watching it. I just haven't had a
Yay
chance.
or nay so far?
It feels like it might be for kids, but I have people telling me no, adults will enjoy it.
Yeah, I think so. I think you could watch it with your children and you can both enjoy it.
Okay,
Now,
well,
I got to make a Karen complaint real quick. I know I'm not the next one on these notes here, but Echo is on Disney Plus. I did 3 episodes, and I'd love to hear from the chat room.
Yeah.
You tried it, Corinne?
No, I watched a little scene and I just can't do it because I'm such a Daredevil fan and I feel like they're butchering one of my favorite characters.
I don't have that because I've never watched Daredevil. I just thought it was boring. I don't like the main character, the way she's acting it. And then things happen like you kill someone's family and then they want to go have dinner with you to talk about it. I'm like, in what world? I don't like it. So I abandoned it. I'm curious. Yeah. Oh, Goofy Guy loves it.
Okay, I feel like I need to give it a shot just because it is in the Daredevil universe, and I do like that.
I want you to, so I know, because I like Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin.
Yes. Oh my god,
but he's great. But the whole show itself, nah.
I'm kind of excited to see it. The previews look really good.
They did edit the previews good, but look at what Jeff just said. Jeff Haslam, he's my friend from the DVC show.
Oh wow.
But Angela does like it, so it seems to be, like.
So does Goofy Guy.
Yeah.
Angela, yeah. It seems like a bunch of people.
Maybe just give it a try.
Because I love the Marvel.
Goofy Guy. It's the whole Marvel universe. Like eventually they all kind of come together, but this is more like the street part of Marvel. More like the underground, like the. Not the Avengers, but like just so they can eventually all mix together. But I believe Daredevil actually is in the series. I think we're going to see him in the series.
It's just that Daredevil started on Netflix. So.
Yeah,
isn't there something already like that? Like, isn't there a storyline already?
I think so. I don't even know.
I have a feeling.
Well, it started with. Remember, it started with Echo. First started with what's his the Jeremy Renner character. I'm blanking on the name. Remember last.
Who's Jeremy Renner?
The
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. That's where it started. Which he's an Avenger. He's part of the rest of the Marvel universe. That's where we first met Echo, is because he was, and Kingpin and.
That's where I saw it. Okay, I was like, I know I saw it from somewhere. I just wasn't sure. There's so many Marvel movies and DC movies. It's kind of hard to keep up.
I wanted to like.
But if you want to see any Marvel, you have to watch Loki. Like the second season was. I know we're getting off track here, but the second season was amazing. Oh my god!
I haven't seen it yet. I still haven't seen it. I so many shows I'm behind on that. I just wanted to wait till I move to be able to start getting into them. So that will be that's coming up. Yeah. So
okay, I have another news story. It's not it's not about Marvel. So at Universal Studios, because we do talk about Universal too. They have some new projectors and fountains have been spotted in the lake. In case people didn't know, they used to have like a projection fountain, not fireworks, but all that stuff in the middle of the lagoon there. And during the hurricane in, I think it was 2020, it actually kind of got damaged and they stopped doing it.
The control room.
And now people are saying, they're seeing construction, and that, this is not the most exciting thing. We're seeing some, something being done, but there's rumors that they might be doing drones.
Ooh.
And if that is true, which would be amazing for Universal, because obviously Disney tried and then didn't do it for some reason. You remember Disney Springs had it for one Christmas. And I mean, we see Disneyland Paris did a drone show. UK did a drone show for their New Year's Eve fireworks. Go on YouTube and search for that because it was insanely amazing. I was blown away. So if they do a drone show, that would be, can you imagine like Jaws? As a drone.
Sammy and Gene, did you see the Paris show at all?
I seen it on YouTube, like when it first, I didn't see it in person.
Sammy, they have the train from Thunder Mountain going moving on a track across the sky. They're not just drones that make a picture; they now move, and it's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know if we're just becoming so.
For the 30th, right? For the 30th, they did that whole big thing.
I think so, Corinne. I think we're just.
Yeah, it's just fireworks to me, and it's like. It's becoming less and less fireworks and just more and more projections. And I'm like, no, give me some drones because it looks so cool. And I think with Epic Universe opening, I think this could be a huge draw for them because, people say when Epic opens, nobody's going to go to the other 2 parks. But if they put a drone show at Studios.
That makes you think, though, why isn't Disney, they already are doing it in Paris. Why aren't they doing it in Florida?
Somebody told me there's an issue about the laws in Florida says drones can't be over people.
Correct.
So you have to have an area where the drone can't fall and hit somebody in the head. So it might work at Epcot. Epcot would work, obviously, because
you get right over the water. Yeah.
But
the problem is flying the drones in to position can't even go over the people. But they have a drawbridge at Epcot that they could easily float them out.
Yeah,
and then they can
like on a barge or something that they just float across.
And that makes sense why they did it at Springs then when they did that 1 year because they
in
could
the water,
get them in over the water.
But it's pretty
Saratoga
cool,
Springs,
like how drones have evolved. Like, I mean, like it's like it started off as one thing, and then now, like even in like the police department, they're using it, and then they're using it for fireworks. Like it's so cool, and it used to be like this massive machine, and now like Joey has one, and it's so tiny and it's so powerful and like really cool. It's just really nice and how we've evolved and how
it's the future, for
drone story. Quick drone story. I was at Universal for the opening of Harry Potter. I was at Universal Media event for Harry Potter, and when they do a thing with their, whatever the wand is, Expeller or Amis or whatever, and like 17 boxes flew up into the sky, and I'm looking for strings, not thinking that these were light boxes with a drone inside each one. They look like crates that went up. Do you remember that? It was amazing. I was like, oh, my mind was blown because I'm looking for a crane. I'm looking for strings because I'm thinking the only way they did that is strings, and it was drones.
You remember the dragon they did for the new Fantasyland opening for the media event?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
flying
why can't a drone be that? Like that would be.
They could. They
only did it for media event, which was so sad because it was so cool. So
I do have to say one thing because I see Joey's testing my knowledge. He's like, how do you know? Really, Joey?
Her other boyfriend told her.
Yeah, my other boyfriend told me, and
Federico. You don't know about he doesn't know Fetty?
I don't condone this.
And Joey is a drone pilot for his department. So
cool.
Really?
He is, yeah.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
It's really cool. I mean, it's
when he knows what we're doing at any time.
He's always watching.
Like Roz. Hey, Pete McDevitt's in the house. Thanks for stopping by, Pete.
Pete, we love you.
Yes, we do. He'll be in town soon, too. Pete will be in town soon, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah. Isn't it? One of these days we're going to Viennapoli, Corinne.
Oh, yeah. Remind me because I forgot.
We've changed it. Yeah.
A couple of weeks he'll be in town.
I got to check my dates again, but tell me, Pete, I think it's the 25th. Could be the 24th.
It'd be great to see Pete. All right, so this is our last news story. Magic Kingdom Jungle Cruise, the temple refurbishment is now complete. So that is now finished. They had that being on a refurb, and that is now done. But now there's construction walls that are now erected in the queue.
We got to go Thursday and see what the temple looks like because it was getting rough.
Yeah, it was, but I'm glad to see that it's completed now. But there are construction walls now in the queue. Has anybody seen this? Corinne, have you been over there since?
No, last time I was on there, it was Jingle Cruise for the holiday season.
Yeah, this was after that.
It looked kind of yeah. So not yet. Did you guys see the Hatbox Ghost yet?
I haven't yet. I know. Yeah, I know you. I haven't seen it. Thursday, I plan on making my pilgrimage to the Hatbox Ghost on Thursday.
Okay, so we'll do that. I wanted to stop so bad. I was like, they stop you all the time, when somebody gets it. I'm like, please stop at the Hatbox Ghost so I could just sit there.
Right there.
Yeah. Didn't happen yet.
Yeah, it's a little fast. Then his projection goes a little slower. So it's like.
Yes. I think they told me, one of the Imagineers said it's a 7-second difference than Disneyland because we have more time to see him here than in Disneyland. So it's on a 7-second more delay of movement, but it's still great. It's great.
Candy Mom will be down here in 73 days, she says. That's very awesome.
Woohoo.
Nice.
And I saw Tanka's blog says How to Train Your Dragon Land at Epic Universe is supposed to have drones.
Oh.
Yeah, and it looks pretty good so far.
I cannot wait for that park to open. That's a huge moment in Orlando.
Okay. I have a problem with it. Let me tell you my problem.
I'm
a theme park guy. No, I'm a theme park guy. It's a good problem. And I go to the park and I know these parks like the back of my hand. I can't fathom that I'm going to walk into a Universal park and know nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
What is it? Where do I go? Left, right? I want to absorb it all so fast. I think my mind's going to be blown.
Has any one of you been here when like the year a new park opened, like Animal Kingdom or? Because I've never, so that's going to be like the first park that I'm actually living here and it opens.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of
yeah.
Yeah. That's good. All right, so before we're gonna actually get into some merch. Before we do that, though, we gotta speak about our good friends over at Orlando Stroller Rental.
Yay!
Guys, the most professional and convenient stroller rental company in the business, the number one choice amongst Disney travelers. Orlando Stroller Rental has a huge selection of single and double strollers, and all strollers come with free cooler, parent console, and rain cover. They have a very convenient counter at the Orlando International Airport at Terminal B Side Level 1, or they even offer free delivery to Disney resorts, Universal area resorts, as well as Airbnbs. So make the number one choice your choice. Orlando Stroller Rental, family owned and operated since 2008. You can check them out, www.orlandostrollerrentals.com. Right there if you check it out, they got the phone number too, 800-281-0884 or info@orlandostrollerrentals.com. Guys, why lug a stroller on the plane in your car when you come to town? Just come to town and get yourself a stroller from these guys. They are quick and convenient. I'm telling you right now, they are amazing, amazing, amazing. We are blessed to have them as part of our show. So make sure you go check them out. All right, so we do have some merch.
Merchandise.
Let's talk merch.
Favorite topic. Okay, guys. When we show the merchandise, let us know what you think in the comments. Is there?
We all got to shift.
No?
We all got to shift over.
Oh, yeah, right. We have to shift over.
I don't know if Sammy. There's Sammy.
Sammy, go move to your right. It looks better on the right.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Do you see what I have to go through?
I love Sammy's like my little sister. I'm teasing her and she knows that. And I love Sammy.
But yeah, tell us yes or no in the comments if you like it. So Starbucks has finally come out with this is the Discovery series of mugs. Don't know the difference between the Discovery and the Been There series because they look kind of similar to me. Last time we had these were for the 50th, which are now selling for $200 on eBay. So if somebody had them, lucky you. And yeah, one for at each park: Epcot, Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, and Hollywood Studios. And
I love Animal Kingdom.
I know, I love all of them because you can really find characters that are not. Disneyland has them too, by the way. Sorry for not saying that. Disneyland and California Adventure.
Very cool.
Disneyland has Mr. Toad on it.
I know. It's so nice to see so many characters on the mugs,
Where is Mr. Toad? I'm missing him. Where is he? Oh, I see him.
You see him? Isn't that cool?
Yeah, very cool.
So cool.
So
but I
lucky
think
that
my
they saw
favorite is
that.
the Animal Kingdom one. It just looks so cool in the colors that they used.
Yeah, and the
I like that one.
So if you want Dinosaur before it disappears, there's your merchandise.
I think my favorite was the Hollywood Studios one, though.
Yeah, it's nice too. I love the color scheme. But yeah, there are. Let me see now. I think it's $24.99. It might be
okay.
$22.
Sounds about right.
It's somewhere around there. Yeah, and they just came out. So I know I have a lot of people messaging me being like, I can't find it. It's not here. It's as anything when it comes out at Disney, the first couple of weeks they're going to go in and out of stock every day. Just hold out. They'll be there.
Joey D, this is why I love him. He says Disneyland can fit the entire. Real quick though, I was supposed to say Disneyland can fit the entire castle in a mug too. I love it. That's my man right there.
That's true. Okay, what do we have next up is some more Festival of the Arts merchandise. We did preview some last week, but it's all about Figment. I mean, guys, if you love Figment, this is your time. There's so much Figment merchandise. There's hats, there is t-shirts, there's an annual pass holder t-shirts, pins. There's
the only thing we don't have is a ride.
I know, you're just going to have to do with the merchandise Panda. So I don't know if we have any Figment lovers here. There's a nice corksicle.
I like the corksicle tumbler. I like that a lot. Yeah,
mug's cool. Is anybody like me done with tumblers? I'm just done with them.
You know what it is? I still like tumblers, but I agree. I don't need that many of them. Like mugs are different.
If they come out with a Stanley tumbler, like a Disney Stanley tumbler.
I don't even know what that's about, but
no,
the Stanley craze is crazy right now.
Yeah. So if you have not seen videos, people will lose.
People go, they're waiting online at Target at 3 a.m. to get like the pink one.
Did that? I'm sure it's in the works. Oh, I don't know if anybody saw the video of the guy who jumped over the counter and stole a whole box. And
no.
Yeah.
Did he get away?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He got away. People tried to stop him, and he still managed to get one and walked out.
Wow.
It's crazy. So people are nowadays. Okay, but let's see. Next up, we have some Valentine's stuff again because it's coming up. Oh, one more little Pandora. Here we go.
Oh, that's
Bobble
cute.
Bar. So for you guys who don't live close to the parks, these are on baublebar.com online, and they have a whole new Valentine's collection. These are like little bag charms. They're pretty bag where I collect them as little cute ornaments.
Oh, I
yeah,
love
they have
this
such cute
one.
stuff, and they give Donald and Daisy some love, which is really nice because I feel like that's missing in the park sometimes. They are also a very cute couple, not just Mickey and Minnie. So, but yeah, I have so many of these bag charms. It's awful.
That is cute, though.
They're so.
Is there a Mickey bag charm?
So if you need a good, like if you don't want to give roses, there. If you don't want to give flowers, I would suggest giving your loved one of these.
These are very cool.
I think they're really cute. And next up in merchandise, we have some new ears. Not to compete with Sammy's ears. Yeah. These are Disney quality.
They're good. They're not as good as JSA Creations.
They won't hold up as well as Sammy's. I promise you. But we have a Evil Queen pair, like Poison Apple. These are Loungefly, so they're a little more on the spendier side.
They're cute, yeah.
You wouldn't know.
I know. It just says Loungefly on the side. And then we have Nightmare Before Christmas, which I know
tarot cards?
Really like.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little weird collection there, but they seem. I think these are Loungefly as well. We have the new park icons like the gold and black ears, and I think my last pair was a pair of Anna ears. They're actually. Oh no, R2D2. He says beep boop on the other side.
Is it really?
In case anybody.
Okay,
there's
Anna
ears. They're really nice. They have some rhinestones on it, which is nice. So a little extra detail there, but they've been coming out with a lot of ears lately. I don't know. They go quickly, I feel like. And they end up at the outlet quickly too, just for reference. People want to hold out until they get there. And then next up, another Valentine's item. This is from Basin. If you've ever been into Basin, there are Disney Springs and at Grand Floridian. They have a new Valentine's Disney collection. All the soaps have little cute Mickeys and little hearts, and it's all very like more flowery scents.
I love Basin.
Watermelon and pear. Yeah, I mean, my sister used to work there, so we used to have a lot of Basin stuff. I love it. It smells really good. These are all soaps, and they're not.
That's a very thin bar, though. That is so thin, that bar. That's ridiculous.
A thin what? Bottle?
The bar. When you go back to that soap bar. Yeah, look how thin that is.
Pretty longer. But they're only like $6-7, so they're not too bad. But I think you can look through them and see which one is a little thicker.
If they're thin enough that you can look through them, that's bad too.
I know. It's not for somebody who washes their hands like 40 times a day.
I know.
And then last but not least,
one arm.
Yeah, it's hand soap hand. It's not like.
Oh, it's not body soap for the shower? Okay.
Don Jaworski said they do last a long time. So
okay, there you go. Yeah, because I had a Halloween one, and I feel like it lasted pretty long. So.
Oh, Donna. Okay, if Donna says they last long, I believe her.
Yeah, and then last but not least, we have a new series of mugs with our favorite. I was gonna say Fab Five, but I don't think Pluto got one. It's just Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, and Donald got a little mug.
I like the Donald
really one, and they're kind of. I'm not a huge fan of these like really big mugs. I like a more thinner, smaller mug for my coffee. So I love these type of mugs. They're not like huge and hard
I agree.
But they're kind of cute. So they're like $14.99. So
I think the Donald one was my favorite.
January was a lot of new merchandise, guys. It's been crazy. So if you're coming now, you're gonna find a lot of stuff.
Cool. All right.
That's it.
That's all on merch. So guys, that's about the end of the show. We want to thank Victor Nawrocki for coming in, man. Very informative, just an awesome dude altogether, right?
He really is.
Yeah, just a great guy.
Can I tell you a quick story since we have some time?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Next week, our special guest is Craig Skaggs, Disney artist. He will be at the Festival of the Arts. So about 3 years ago, Craig was getting really popular, He said he was doing like commissions for people for like $200. And I said, Craig, I really would love a Madame Leota. He's all right. I'm getting a little busy now, but let me see what I can do. And then a year went by and I realized that's it. This guy is getting too famous. I'm never getting a Madame Leota from him. An original of his sell for like, 20 grand. So like, I'm not getting a Madame Leota. So he asked me for my address because he's coming on the show next week. He says, I want you to open this while you're on the air. So I'm freaking out that he might have done a Madame Leota original that nobody can buy.
Wow.
So I'll freak out. I'm going to freak out. I think I could be up. He could have given me, for all I know, a Strawberry of the Month club. I don't know, but I have a feeling.
What if it's a painting of you?
No, I want Madame Leota because he hasn't done that. But
So we're gonna
I'm
get
gonna have a
live
package.
unboxing. A
live unboxing,
unboxing.
and me fainting
Like
if
it.
it's really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
wait.
we hit 100 likes. Thank you, everybody, for that. We appreciate that for being part of it. That's going to be a lot of fun to be able to talk to him next week. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited.
So if everybody wants to see what that painting is, you're gonna have to come next week.
Oh, yeah. So we want to thank our producer, Patty Puddles, all the way up in New York. We want to thank all our mods. You guys did a great job. Thank
As
you so much for as always. Thank you so much for being part of the show, part of the Disney Underground family. We really appreciate it, you guys. Yes. What else we got? What else we got, Panda?
That's it. Love having all these people here. Donna, Don, Marie,
Thank you
everybody
so
that I
much.
know. Thank you.
And thank you for being so responsive and joining us in the comments. It's always
Yes.
fun.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yes.
So, all right. So I guess we'll see you guys next week. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Adios.